Today I'm making a special project using scrap fabric. I'm cutting 2-inch squares out of some leftover cotton and linen. I have a lot of colors to choose from, but I decided to stick to a cool color palette with greens, blue, and dark gray. I arranged the pieces 4 by 4 to create a larger square. Then I cut a piece of embroidery floss and separate 2 strands. Each square is getting a little embroidered flower. This is called the lazy daisy. It's a pretty common and beginner-friendly embroidery technique. So if you want to learn how to do it, just search for a tutorial and you'll find lots here on YouTube. I finish it off with a French knot in the center of the flower. I think there's something really nice about hand stitching, so I've chosen to sew the squares to each other by hand. But you could easily do this on a machine to save time. I'm using roughly a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Once all the squares are sewn together in a 4 by 4 panel, I created a second panel to match. Now I'm cutting out 2 by 6 inch strips to use as the channel for the drawstring. I'm folding back the short edge on each side by about a 1/2 inch and top stitching them in place. Then I fold these in half lengthwise with the raw edges on the inside. I sew the 2 sides of the bag with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. For the bottom, I'm adding a circular base with a 4-inch diameter. Then I turn the bag right side out and create a lining with the same dimensions as the bag, leaving a 3-inch opening in the side. I baste the drawstring channels to the top of the bag. Then I put the bag inside the lining, right sides together. And sew along the top edge with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now it's time to turn the bag right side out. And sew the opening in the lining closed. I'm using some cotton twine for the drawstring and feeding it through the channels with a safety pin. And my drawstring bag is finished. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more sewing videos like this one.